Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim World 3. Back again to look at another route, continuing our journey alphabetically, as a word, through the routes of Train Sim World 3, because this is Train Sim World 3. Did I say that? I think I might have said that. Last time we did the Cathcart Circle line. This time we're on to the East Coastway, where I'm going to be doing the train training in a train, doing some training, then doing a 4-line run in that train, and then taking a train that isn't on the East Coastway, which in the last few has been the 166, on a trip also, and then maybe something else after that. We'll see what time we get. If you're watching this on the YouTubes, then hello. This going out currently anyway. It's going to shift in the new year on a Saturday. Other train content from me is Train Sim Classic on a Wednesday. Currently doing a series of train training in Train Sim World 3 going out on a Monday. One of the Twitch streams from the week goes out on a Friday. And also, if that's not enough, when I've got something new to look at, that goes out on Random Sunday. So plenty of content from me. There will be links in the description below to where you can purchase the game, to where you can watch me live on the Twitchy, and to where you can join the Discord server as well. So hi Damien. So yes, we'll go straight into the training then. We'll do the class 313 because that's the one that comes with it. If I can, there we go. So we will do that. So on the East Coastway, we'll jump straight in so that I remember how to drive the train, basically. If not for other reasons as well, but mainly because I won't remember how to drive the train.
Welcome to driver training here at Lovers Walk Depot. Today you'll be learning to drive this Class 313/2 electric multiple unit in Southern livery. This brief introduction will cover critical driving controls and passenger operations. Climb aboard to get started.
Yeah, I know it's got the 377 as well, but I just thought I'd do the 313 because it's older. Hi, David. But we'll probably do the 377 maybe later on. Okay, let's go and get him in a little cupboard.
Take a seat in the driver's position. This is where you'll be spending most of your time.
I'll open the window.
To activate the cab, insert the master key.
I will insert the key that's masterful. Done that. The reverser into neutralis. Press and hold the auxiliary set button. Oh, from over here. Okay. That's a thing. 313 sold separately. Oh, okay. Set the compressor switch to cut in. Okay. So I'm doing the training in the wrong train then. That's a good start, isn't it? Wait for the massive one. So I should have done the 377. I just thought 313. That'll do. It's fine. No one will know. It's fine. No one will know. Honestly, no one will. They'll be fine. Oh, hang on. Set headlights to headlights and marker lights. We will do that. Headlights and the headlights and marker lights.
The reverser is used to set the direction of travel.
I was just about to say that. Forward. Set the train brake to release. We've done that.
This train is now ready to depart. Use the throttle to apply power and get moving.
And off we go. See, I like when you get... What? There were...
This train uses a camshaft controller to deliver power to the train. In order to reduce power, you will first have to set the throttle to off before raising it to the required notch. Keeping to speed limits is important. If you begin overspeeding, apply a small amount of brake by moving the train brake.
Oh, this is going to go well, isn't it? I was just about to say, I like an electric train that's got some noise to it, and this appears to have, which is always a good thing. Aircon. Aircon? Seems a bit flash. So you've got to stop at Brighton. Oh, excuse me. Well, we did a meet-up just before lockdown at the Crew Heritage Centre. Discord meet. 45 minutes after arriving at Crew, we were leaving. Just putting that out there. We've got a meet-up planned at the beginning of December to go to York and the National Railway Museum, where hopefully we're there longer than that. I should think we probably will be. But yeah, very disappointed in Crewe. Nothing against anyone that's got anything to do with Crewe, but maybe just the time that we went, there was just nothing to see. Nothing to see here. Move along. Right, into Brighton we come. Slowly. Oh, I'm liking the traction noise from this. So yes, we can do a 4-line run in this then, because I know how to drive it now. And then we'll do a 4-line run in the 166, because that's the one we've been using as the wrong train.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll see what happens after that. There's a word. Thanks for the follow. I don't even know where to start beginning with the pronunciation of that one. Oh, that does sound good. As I career into the buffers. Or maybe not. We're okay.
Take a quick glance of the platform to ensure all is safe, and then unlock the doors.
Driver door still open. It's fine. It's fine.
This is a safety announcement. It is not permitted to cycle, skateboard or rollerblade within the station building.
What about the stupid electric scooters? Can you use those? Why is it saying 10 yards, open the doors? I've opened the doors. Hang on, does it want me to push the button? There we go.
To travel out of Brighton, we'll have to change ends. Let's do this now while the passengers are boarding.
How quick do you think I am? Set the headlights to tail lights. Tail lights. That'll be the tail lights one then. Check the reverser to off. To the off. Set the guards key to the guards key. Okay. Off. Remove the master key. Off.
With this cab shut down, head to the other end of the train and bring it into operation.
Okay, you reckon I can remember how to do that? Okay, well, at least we can close this door now. Can't? Hello, excuse me. Sorry, I bumped into you a bit there. Can we close the door? Can we close the door? Can we just not close it? Oh, we can close the door. That's fine. Oh, hang on. I walked into a pillar there. Excuse me, coming through. Drive, very important driver person here. I could have just come through the passenger door. Okay, we just close that door again because we don't want to be driving along with that and people might get in. Might attack me. Let's go in my little cupboard. We'll leave this door open though because why not? Hang on, open window. Thank you. Insert the master key. Well, I was going to do that. It's fine. There we go. Headlights to headlights and the markery lights. Now that one. Reverser into neutralis.
Now we've changed ends and completed our passenger boarding, set the doors to locked.
Locking the doors. Train brake. Well, surely I've got to do the... Okay, no. Fine, I'll do it in the order you want to...
Take this train to Moulscombe, stopping at London Road, unguided, and see how you get on.
But, really? Really? You're going to trust me with the... Okay. We'll see what happens. Hi, Tom. Right, so 870 of the yids to London Road. So once this training's... Oh, there's this. So we're switching up the tracks. Once this training's done, we'll do a 4-line run. I've got a little shaft. That's quite cool. Oh, there's probably a thing. Hang on. Bear with me. There we go. Done. Such a lot of thought goes into those. Right, 600 yards, London Road. So yeah, working through these week by week in alphabetical order. Skipping the freight ones because, well, there's no passengers on the freight ones, basically. So going through each line. We've done the Arosa, we've done the Cathcart Circle line, we've done Boston Sprinter. Now on to East Coastway. See, there's a whole thing going on there. Next time will be the one that comes after this one. I think it's the Great Western Express next time. I don't think there's anything beginning with F that's got passengers in. Right, to London Road we will soon be arriving. To apply some brakes, more brakes. Oh, it does sound good. Less brakes. More of the brakes. All of the brakes. Hey, that's not bad. Can we do that? Hang on, let's do this. There we go. How do you pronounce it? Molescombe. Okay. Not a very long service. London Road. Got a staggered platform thing going on here as well. Why they couldn't just build this one down here a little bit? I'm guessing there's some sort of hill in the way. Locking doors. Right, onwards to Molescombe. Molescombe. Oh wow, that's some speeds we can do. A mile. All of the powers. It's gone dark. Hello, darkness, my old friend. We've got a maximum speed 75. Okay. Imagine this would be quite interesting at 75. I don't know, it's not doing too bad at 50. 52, I mean 51 even. Some sort of stopping will be good soon. Otherwise we'll fail. Apply a little bit of brake. Thankfully we're not on a timetable, so we haven't got to worry about, you know, the timetable. Oops, may have started doing the braking thing a bit too early. Don't worry about it. Ignore that. It's fine. That's alright. Most of the train... Actually, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Very casual wear for a driver, isn't it? A bit of a checkerboard polo shirt going on. It's like, yeah, we're under uniform here.
Nice work. That concludes all the basics of operating this train.
Good to know. I'm guessing. Right then. So 4-line run time. So we go to the trains, choose a route, East Coastway, timetable 313. And weather was set, which is set to today. and we want to do a full line run. Brighton to Seaford. Is that all it does? It goes Brighton to Seaford? Okay. What does the other one do then? What's the 2020? So I do the 377. Brighton to Hastings. Hastings to Brighton via Eastbourne. Okay, so maybe we do the... Okay, so if we do the one we just done the training in, the Brighton to the Seaford then, and then we do the other one and do the other one. Brighton to New Haven Marine as well. I suppose that's probably freight, isn't it? And we do Brighton to Seaford, and then we'll switch to the other train and then do the other bit. Why have we gone to January now? It's not January. It's not January. No, it's the 15th. It's the Octobers. There we go. Okay, Brighton to Seaford then. 34 minutes. Get started. It's getting hot in here. Oh, it's not. Okay. Master key to the on. Unlocking the doors. Headlights to marker lights. Headlights and marker lights. Okay. So reverser. There you go. Passengers doing the getting off thing. So Brighton to Seaford, what we're doing now. Oh, it's closed. Is it? Okay. Oh, window. So you can hear what's going on. Is that window open? Don't open the door. That would be dangerous, wouldn't it? Oh, this door. Open that door. Can we open that window? Is that a window? Looks like a window where you can see through it, which means it is a window, technically. Lock in the doors. Are they doing anything? Hang on, is it me? Have I done a thing? Bear with me. Hang on. Throttles off. Reverses forward. Brakes on. Why aren't you now letting me... There we go. That's why. The thing happened. Wasn't me. Nothing to do with me. Right, London Road. We've just been there. Release the brakes. Apply the power. There we go. Hi, Richard. Right, back to London Road then. But on our way to Seaford. So yeah, we do this one. Then we do the other one with the other one, the 377. We'll do a thing coming back into Brighton. Then we'll do a run in the 166, and then we'll see what happens after that. Yeah, I forgot it's only a short line. Last time we did the Isle of Wight, didn't we? That was only a short one as well. Actually, Cathcart was quite long. Right, round to London Road. Oh, I love the traction motor noise. Right, disengaged when we went like the gaps between the third rail. I love the audio in this. Every time I jump into Train Sim World 3, I am just so impressed by it. It is so good. Tonight, by the way, for those watching live, back with something we haven't done in a while. Some Forza Horizon 5. Something a bit more fast-paced this evening. And then tomorrow, lunchtime, back on the farm. Right, in we come to London Road. where I'm probably over braking. Oh no, we're okay. Maybe a little bit. That's a distance away. Let's zoom in a bit more. There we go, opening doors. Doors are now opening. This is very much form over function, isn't it? The fact that it's just designed to have this little broom cupboard that the driver sits in, flat fronted so they can be joined together. It's like definitely someone designed it rather than thought about the ergonomics of it. Imagine this isn't. Well, unless that seat's really comfortable, I don't think I'd want to be sitting here for a whole shift. Stop at Molescombe. Right. Hi, AD. All right, Molescombe next. It's almost a shame that the run wasn't longer, because I'm quite liking the train. It is all about the audio. I'm not normally a fan of electrics, but if they sound this good, I approve. This is East Coastway. Yeah, I called you A-Deck instead of AD. Unless it's Addy. See, people should just learn how to, do the thing. Oh no, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, not all of the train might be stopping at Molescombe. Not definitely. Some of the last carriage might be the last carriage only stopping at Molescombe. Yeah, it's fine. People can get off at these first two. They're fine. She stood there going, no, I'm not walking down there. The train should stop where I'm stood. I'm not walking down there to get on the train. I will wait for the next one. Fine. Wait for the next one then. See if I can. Farmer. 1.7 of the miles. It put the is that a sander it put on? Yeah, it put the sander on then. It's like, yeah, you went into the fourth the things too quickly. You're going to need some sand there. Well, you're not guaranteed to arrive alive. Your body will get there, but you might not be alive. We'll just dispose of your body in a non-ethical manner, as it says on the next of kin card down the bottom. Nor do we ensure that your body will be disposed of in an ethical manner. So we don't adhere to that. It's fine. Everyone that gets on, fills out the form, we get the Simple Stuff life insurance, which costs them a certain amount of money. It's all good. Right, 0.7 miles to Farmer, or Falmer. It's probably not pronounced Farmer, is it? Being alive's overrated. Well, it's handy. If given the choice. It'd be really difficult to stream if I was dead. It would hinder progress somewhat. And I've paid for tickets to go to York in like 6 weeks' time, whatever it is. 7 weeks' time. I wouldn't be able to use them if I was dead. That'd just be a waste. I've just taxed the car for another year. I'll get the most out of that. Right, this time we're stopping correctly. Well, maybe not correctly, but we're stopping. Well, last time we stopped, we just went all in the station. But this time, it's fine. Just making AI, Steve. Oh, God. Oh, wow, look, it's busy here. Yeah, stop doing that. With the camera collisions. And now I could turn it off by pressing camera number 7 button thing, the button number 7 camera thing. But I'm not going to do that. Mainly because I haven't got a number 7 on my gaming keypad, and that just makes it difficult. How are you doing? Nice jacket. I'd actually wear that. That's actually quite nice. He's gone to the same shop as you. That guy there. That guy there's gone to the same. You can at least, okay. Yeah, mind your language, please, AD. Lewis in 4.4 of the miles. So a bit of a high-speed run. Well, we got to 60, then 70 and 400 of the Yuds. It's fine. Most of the streams not normally a problem, but ones that are going on YouTube, I just try and keep it a little bit adult. Adult friend? No, child friendly. Last night, anything goes. Tonight will probably be the same. Train ones get random, but it's gone dark. It's dark. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Come to talk to me again. More OMSI. I'm never playing OMSI again. Did my last OMSI video, blimey, 2 months ago. Right, whipping along now. Right, 3 miles to Lewis, and then on to places that are just not there. I did used to love it, but it's one of those things. I wanted to concentrate more on other stuff that I was enjoying, and there was nothing new. And I thought, you know what, 6 years of putting out OMSI videos once a week. Yeah, that's enough. Right, try and keep the speed down a little tiny bit. Wow, Sander came on then when I put the brake on. It's actually quite a nice line, this. It is a shame with some of these that they're not very long. I get why they put it in, but it would be nice to have a longer one. Other train game. I can't remember. I put a video out on one of them. The sim rail thing. I will be keeping my eye on because it's got a multiplayer aspect to it. Yeah, there isn't a line in this that in Train Sim World 3 that I've actually been on. So I can't check it for realism. Although I am going into Paddington in a few weeks' time, so I'll be able to see how real the Paddington one is. Perhaps I should do... well, this is Train Sim World. Train Sim Classic I do every Wednesday. Sim Rail I've done a video on, so it only leaves Train Life that I haven't. What was I saying? Yeah, I'll be going into Paddington in a few weeks' time for the first time on train for about, blimey, 15 years. So it'll be interesting for me to see how well that stacks up. And obviously going out of King's Cross. And doing a bit in between by the tube on my way up to York. Oh, blimey, we got 10 mile an hour coming up. Better do the slowing down thing. Ten seems a bit drastic, but you know, we'll do as we're told. Train Life. No, haven't looked at that yet. I'm enjoying this too much. Between this and Farm Sim, it's actually really, I'm really enjoying both of them. Farm Sim especially. But I quite like being in normal Train Sim the other day. That's still up there with me as being the one. If I had to only do one, that would be it still. Right, slowing down to 10. See a really slow speed coming into here. Can't be that sharp a curve in the platform, surely. Risk of derailing coming into the station. Into Lewis. I guess there needs to be another platform down that side as well, looking at it. Maybe not. Farm Sim 23. Oh, that'd be the mobile version, wouldn't it? Yeah, I won't be doing that. Unlocking doors. Doors are being unlocked. Stop doing the camera zooming thing. Sort it out, Dovetail. I know it's an Unreal Engine thing. Yeah, I think when I go on a train to London, that'll be my first time on a train in probably 6 years, 5 or 6 years. It's going to be cool. Really looking forward to it. A, going to the National Railway Museum, which I haven't been to before. B, going to York, that I haven't been to before. And then C, going on a train. I've never been up the East Coast Main Line either. So that's going to be a whole first. South Ease is the next stop in 2.9 miles. I've done the train into Paddington a few times, but never departed King's Cross.
Please have your ticket ready for inspection.
I don't know why that is so slow round there. It's not like it's a tight bend or anything. Well, you know, we will obey the speed limits given to us. So that's the one we're going to use, the 377, and we'll use doing the other timetabled route. And then we'll do a 166 journey. And then we'll see what we can do after that. Maybe try one of the freight ones out. Just looks so good. They've done such a good job with this. I wasn't a fan of the original Train Sim World when it first came out. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's good to go on bits of line that you know. Yeah, I do like HST. That's why I'm really hoping that they continue on with the Great Western Express, because it only goes as far as Reading. It'd be nice if they carry on down to Bristol. Even if they did it in stages, it'd be quite good. So Reading to Bristol, Bristol to don't know if it might get down as far as Plymouth. Someone did comment the other day, there is another UK route coming. I haven't heard anything. One thing I'd love to do, and obviously depending on what happens next year, we got a few meetups planned that are pretty much railway orientated. You know, we got one in a couple of weeks' time going to the National Motor Museum, which has got a model railway exhibition on. We've got one on the 3rd of December going to York Railway Museum. We've got one planned for February going across to the Isle of Wight to ride on the Isle of Wight Railway. And one thing I'd like to do, I've never got a train in or out of Penzance. So I think that's going to be on my list next year, is to get a train down to Penzance. The South Sea thing in February is the 11th, 2 days after my birthday. So yeah, meeting in South Sea, hovercraft across to the Isle of Wight, ride the Isle of Wight line from one end to the other, bus to the ferry terminal, and ferry back to Portsmouth. So hovercraft, train, bus, ferry. Right, southeast. And then personally, I'm hoping to do a big old train trip in the States next year, taking the Amtrak from Chicago to San Francisco. Unlock left. That's a nice bet. Yeah, the Christmas Pacer stream is going to be London to Edinburgh, not stopping at every stop. So just stopping at certain stations. Lock doors. Yeah, the York meetup's actually going to be biggest meetup ever. The most people that have ever attended a meetup in all the 6 years we've been doing them. So it's going to be awesome. So yeah, Railway Museum. There'll be a Christmas market on as well. So we're arriving about 10 a.m. Various people. Railway Museum. Wander around the walls. Christmas market. Then as it gets dark, you know, bit of hot food and stuff. And my train departs at 6 p.m. to go back down to King's Cross. And then it's hop across on the tube for me and back out of Paddington back to Swindon. And I think I've been told that one day or a few hours isn't enough to do the Railway Museum. So if that works out to be the case, then it will definitely be a return trip. Right, New Haven is next. Yeah, definitely liking this route. Yeah, we got something else planned for May. I'm going down to the New Forest in May, watching a concert in Bournemouth, and one of the guys from the Discord's actually booked the same concert as me, so there'll be an impromptu meet-up on the 9th of May as well next year. So we've already got stuff planned for next year, which is brilliant. You're going to take a ferry to York. There's no direct ferries, but I might actually order some. So I've got a bag of jelly babies behind me. That could be a good Christmas thing. Right, mile to go to New Haven. So when we get to the other end, we'll switch to 377. And do another timetable, but going back towards Brighton from somewhere that we haven't been here. Right, slow it down to 35. Yeah, if anyone's got an interest in cars and trains, then say meet up 2 weeks today for those watching live is at the Heritage Motor Museum at Gaydon, where there's a model railway exhibition on at the same time, which I'm actually kind of looking forward to. Which unfortunately yeah, it will be the week. This goes out the week after that on YouTube. So if you watch this on YouTube, you're too late. Right, we are arriving at New Haven. I'm going to buy a model pacer. I keep looking at model railways. I'd like something. I've got so much I want to do in the garden, in the house. So I've got a trip to the States. I'm just like, if I started going down the model railway route, I'd literally have no money. I've got to do some stuff on the house next year. Although I think potentially a couple of the guys from Discord are going to come and stay here on New Year's Eve, I think. If that's the case, then I've got to do some stuff in the next 2 months. Might be slightly rushed. Just empty my spare room, which then will give me perfect space for a model railway. Right, New Haven then. 600 of the yards. This does look so good. This is making me warm towards electric stuff. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Because I'm sure rather than just dump them in some bloody random sort of platforms that I'm sure, I know Heritage Railways probably get all sorts of things, but it has been an iconic bit of UK railway history, the Pacer. Never been on one. So maybe a Heritage run might have to be my my thing. Well, it's because of the disability compliance thing, innit? That's why they can't use them. Well, considering they're only a stopgap, a bit like the HST, wasn't it? The HST was never meant to be a long-term thing. It was put into service as a stopgap until the APT was developed. And look how long it stayed in service. Still in service.
Smoking is not permitted in any part of this station or on trains. This includes e-cigarettes.
Oh God, imagine that. Oh, now that I would do. God, imagine a holiday where you stayed in a Pacer. Oh, I'd do that. If the furniture was original Pacer seats. Yeah, I'd give that a go. You can go and stay in buses, can't you? There's various people that have turned buses into accommodation. Right, Bishopston, 1.3 miles. I'm not a train geek by a long shot. I like old, slow things. I'm a fan of just engineering. And the story of the Pacer, that it was rushed into service, and how it was, the sort of Neyland National, and then it was developed, I find that sort of stuff really interesting, and it is part of our heritage. It's part of the history of the railways. I just find it so cool. Oh, if a Pacer seat came up on eBay, then I would certainly buy it. But well, I'm not that much of a geek. All right, Bishopston, which is near me, rather bizarrely. Different one. A few miles away. Oh, this looks good. I've never been to this part of the country. I imagine it is quite nice. That could be a thing. Perhaps I need to go and travel on the lines that I do in Train Sim World, just to see how they compare. Oh God, is going to York going to turn me into a train geek? Is that what's going to happen? If I start buying like train magazines, then I think I should just be taken out the back and shot. I've got a field behind the house. We are arriving at Bishopston. I do apologise. Ferry trip, definitely. It's been a few years since I've done a ferry trip. I've done the trip to Spain a few times. It used to be a 3-day trip. Used to leave Portsmouth on a Friday night and would arrive in Bilbao on a Sunday morning, turn around, come back and arrive back in Portsmouth on Monday night. I've probably done that 6 or 7 times. That'd be an awesome get together. It would be, well, I've got 2 spare rooms. I don't really need another place to stream from. Right, Seaford is next then. And there's a yellow. What a cool line this is. Oh, I've obviously done this before, but I can't remember it. It was a while ago. So we do a route going back towards Brighton in the 377. So this is obviously the 313. Then we'll jump into 166 and do a route after that. Tonight, back with something a bit more rapid. First time in a while, actually streaming some Forza Horizon 5 in multiplayer. And then tomorrow lunchtime, back to a bit more slower pace with some farming sim on a multiplayer farm. then back next week on Tuesday with some construction sim. Wednesday, Train Sim Classic carrying on the Huddersfield line. Thursday is going to be farming. Next Friday, we've got some Transport Tycoon, Open TTD. Next Saturday lunchtime will be the Great Western Express in this. Next Saturday night, potentially some trucking, depending on what SCS announce this week. Yeah, it's not going to be open multiplayer. But it's something I want to do regularly, if it works out well tonight, because it's been a while since we've done it. Then we may start sort of promoting it in the Discord, saying, right, if you want to join, you need... Because we used to do it in 4s of 4, where we'd have, right, you know, get yourself a Mini for a Class D, get yourself this sort of car for a Class, you know, something Swedish for Class C, this sort of criteria for Class B, this sort of criteria for a Class A. So if tonight works out well and we get some interest in doing it going forward, then we'll promote it more in the Discord, get people that are interested to let us know, and then have that, say, sort of criteria. So we're all in a similar sort of cars for each race. So tonight is more of a trial. And first time for me streaming it from the Xbox as well. I've done it on the PC the last few times, but I'm going to be on the Xbox Series X tonight. Or 1X, whatever the hell it's called, the big square thing. Right, we have arrived in Seaford, which is the end of the line. And no one's getting on. It's like, nope, we're not getting on. Like 40 minutes. Actually, it was 16 miles, though. That's all the line is going that way. 16 miles. Blimey. Right. So that was the 313. Now we'll jump in the timetable. We'll go with the 377. And we'll go Hastings to Brighton then via Eastbourne. So we'll go the other way. So we'll do that one this time. And then we should get chance then to jump in a... that was a noise. Jump in a 166. Master key on. Open the window. Enter forward. Unlock doors. Lights are up there. Tail lights, headlights. Day running. Stop with the camera collisions. Right, Eastbourne to Brighton then. That's a lot of passengers getting off. Blimey. That's fine, because we haven't done this bit, have we? So it's fine. Open the window. We can. Wait until 10:37 and 30 seconds. Locking the doors. Are we single handle? We are. Alright, stop in Hampden Park. And off we go. Yeah, I don't mind this. I think that 313 was actually was better. Because it's older, see? It's a good thing. Slightly speeding, we'll pretend that isn't happening. if someone would have told me, how long has this been out? 4 years ago, that we'd have a train sim that looks this good, I'd be like, no, that'd be stupid. I said, the only thing I don't like in the whole train sim world thing is the repairing fences and posters and, you know, licking cats and that sort of thing. I just don't think it should be in there. Thankfully now, when you do the intro thing, like the training, it doesn't force you into that. I do wish that they changed the menu system so that when you pick on a line, you can actually do the training in the trains that come from that line, rather than have to go into the line, see what trains come with it, go back and do the training. So I really wish there was a way to do the training from within the line. But apart from that, I really do enjoy it. Alright, Hampden Park in a mile. We'll do the coasty thing. So we're taking this service back to Brighton, and then we'll configure a 166 to leave Brighton, and we'll take that somewhere. Yeah, I know you can walk around the training centre because all the trains are parked there. I just wish that all the trains, including the DLC trains you had, ended up being parked there. Whether that's something they'll do in the future, because that'd be quite cool. That's loud. May 13 of the months. Thank you very, very much for your continued support. A proud wearer of the Alaskan flag there as well. That you get at 12 months. Thank you, Maeve. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, because I first wandered around there before all my DLCs came over, because obviously I had this a few weeks before it released. But the DLCs only came over after release. So I was hoping that once my DLCs came over, that the other trains would spawn in. So hopefully they do that. One thing I'd like to see them do is redo all the training on all the trains so that it all takes place in the training centre and not on the lines. I think that would work better. But you never know. It's early days yet. Unlock doors. I just like the busyness. I like the fact that it's actually got a feel to it. And I know you get that in normal train sim, not just in Train Sim World, but it does sort of feel as though it's used. I just wish, like everybody else, that there was longer routes. We want a couple of hour route in this. Right, Polegate. Hi, Maeve. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it? So what would you do? Obviously, an hour-ish seems to be like the maximum at the moment. So yeah, something out east would be quite cool. I think Crossrail is the one that's just shouting out to be done. You know, and personally, I'd love to see all the London Underground lines done. Yeah, Elizabeth line. That's something I'm going to do between now and Christmas as well, is travel from here to Reading and then once it's all open, do the full line trip, return trip. Alright, we've got 35 coming up, so let's do the braking thing. Slightly uphill, so we'll do the coasting. Hopefully that speed comes down a little tiny bit. So at what point does this join back in then with the line we've just done? There must be a point where the last few stations are the same. Obviously not knowing this part of the country. Oh, that weren't bad. Look, 36, we should be doing 35. Yeah, that's close enough. There we go, 35. Slightly uphill. And back to a 90. Well, his point is speeding up to 90 because we're only 500 yards from the station. That just seems like a ridiculous thing to do. Major ridiculousness. And into Polegate we come. Hey, that weren't bad with the stopping. That weren't bad at all. Does sound like quite a sad horn. Not quite like a sad trombone. Or a rusty one. Right. Get ready to close the doors. Locking doors. Berwick. 3.8 miles. That's quite a way. Oh, it's 3.8 miles. All the powers. Just give it all of them. All of the beans. Is that it? Four things. Yeah. 4 things. Okay. All of the beans then. Not to be confused with Berwick upon Tweed. Indeed. Must be annoying when you live in a place that's not the place that people think of when they say that place. It's like where I'm from. There's 3 Swindons in the UK. So people say that they're from Swindon. No, not that one. You've got to sort of say that every time, haven't you? It's like, I still think parents, when you get really cruel parents that give their child a name that isn't spelt the correct way, same sort of thing. For the whole of your life, you've got to go through correcting people. 2.7 miles anyway. Oh, that sounded cool. Oh, I like that. The audio in this is so good. This is where we need longer routes, isn't it? Because I could just sit and listen to this. And again, not normally a fan of electric trains, but I could just sit and listen to this for ages. And whipping along quite nicely as well. Right, 1.3 miles to Berwick, 1.1 miles to a 75 limit. What's the maximum speed of this thing? Well, 100. Oh, that's fine. We're okay. We're not going to get bits of it fall off. Uh-oh, there's no way we're going to stop here. Not a hope in hell. Sorry, people. We just... Yeah, that,
Oh, yeah.
I am Mr. Travis. Not me. Thanks for the follow. It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna do a thing. Nothing to see here. It's a perfectly legal manoeuvre. It's absolutely fine. I'm just in danger now of running the red at the other end of the... I've got to be very careful. I was going to stop at Northern Berwick. I just completely forgot about... Oh, I've done it again. It's going from a train that's got separate brake handle to combined. I got confused. Stupid bloody combined brake handle lever thing. It's fine. We stopped. It's fine. It's fine. We're supposed to stop here. Look, we're here. There's just the bit that happened in between. We just pretend it didn't happen. Imagine being a passenger and your train just slowly slides through the station you're supposed to start getting off at. I did nearly hit the red while reversing. Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. Right, Glind, this place. 4 of the things. Distances. Right, we go forward again. No one's going to complain. They've all filled in the next of kin card. We need to change that to say we can't guarantee you're going to get to the place you want to get, but they've all filled it in. Just so we can let the next of kin know that they've either been a bit late or they're dead. It's one of those. Right, 4 miles. Don't forget to stop for this one. And And after this trip, we are going to stick the 166 on here, which is something we've been doing on every route so far. Taking the wrong train on the route, which won't feel that wrong on this, as it didn't on the Cathcart Circle line. But next week, when we're on the Great Western Express, we'll stick one of the German trains on it or something, just because that'd just be a bit weird. But we are going to be in the HST next week, and I've put the sound mod in for that. I haven't tried it yet, so I'll be hearing it for the first time on the stream next week. So really looking forward to that one. The week after, though, there won't be a Train Sim World 3 stream at lunchtime because I'll be at the meetup. But there'll be something in the evening, a bit of a later stream, where we might be doing some Cards Against Humanity. Yeah, the driver's inability to drive a train has caused us to have some sort of issue. And no, we won't be, we don't give out compensation here. As it says at the bottom of the next to kin card, we can't guarantee we can dispose of your body in an ethical manner if you die. There's no way we're giving you your money back. Warning, this train is reversing. Right, 2.2 miles to go to Glynde, wherever it's being pronounced. It's all in the pronunciation, don't you know? The accountant won't allow it. We will not stand for this. We will sit down instead. So yes, if you don't know how to create your own trip, putting any train that you've got onto any line that you've got, I'll do that after this, adding the 166 in. So we will depart Brighton and go somewhere. Right, I'm going to slow it down a little bit. No, we've got overheads to pay. You know, once we paid the driver, we can't afford to give people the money back. You paid for your ticket in advance. We spent that long before you got on the train, so we're not giving you it back. And they shove Ed's mouldy potato. I will be taking to the meetup in York, where Ed is attending, a potato with a bow on it. His payment for the farm. Which also means I've got to travel with a potato, which is slightly concerning, but you know, I've got pockets. See, stopping was fine on that one. A little bit early, but it's fine. Well, no, because I'm literally getting off the train, and people, I think we're meeting outside the train station. So I shall take it with me before I go. I don't want to be carrying a bag, because you know, then you got to carry a bag. Locking doors. Ah, Lewis. So that's the point where we merge. Ah, is this the track that comes in from the side? Ah, it makes sense now. Because it's like on a V, isn't it, Lewis Station? So where we went down one side last time, now we're going to come in from the other side, then go back into Brighton. There you go, see? I am not as stupid as Crispy looks. No one could be that stupid. I'm only saying that because I know he's not watching. Trent. Well, actually, yeah, good point. Trent, by the way, is joining us on the farm tomorrow. So we shall have a few farmers tomorrow. So yeah, really looking forward to the meetups we got planned. Say, National Railway Museum, never been to York, so I think that's going to be a really good day out. A couple of weeks' time at the Heritage Motor Museum, where with the Model Railway exhibition. Looking forward to that one. Then maybe something New Year's Eve. Maybe a couple of people coming here, so then we'll do something stream-wise. Then February, going across to the Isle of Wight. May, doing something down that way as well. And if anyone wants to meet me in America in April, you know, more than fine. Yeah, I think Warwick's the closest train station. To Gaydon. I haven't been for a while. Right, a little bit of speed. Oh, I keep using the flipping brake thing. That one. There we go. Leamington is close. Oh, is it? Okay, I thought Warwick was the closest one. Or maybe that's the way we're trying to point people that are coming from up north, that Warwick could be the ideal. So Leamington's closer. Okay. Well, there you go. That's some speeding. There's some speeding happening. Slowing it down. Yeah, that's 2 weeks today. That's come around really quickly. Oh no, we are going on the same platform as we did before. Okay, I suppose because we're going back to thingy, aren't we? Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the cars. Obviously, that's quite a nice wander round. But then the say the Model Railway exhibition as well. So not as many of us meeting for that one. And we got one of the guys who's going to drive 5 hours there, 5 hours back, just to meet us. Which I think it's definitely got a screw loose. Right, so heading back towards Brighton, and then we'll jump in a 166 and do a trip from Brighton to somewhere. Locking doors. Right, Farmer is next. I've been through Banbury quite a lot. It's definitely a slow departure out of there, isn't it? I don't know why it's so slow. What's so bad about that bit of track that's only 10 miles an hour? Seems a bit odd. You know, we expect a sharp curve, or is it points, maybe? What's the reason for it? Oh, the lighting does look nice in this as well. Look at that, a little bit of mist coming in. Right, 4.2 miles. Oh, it's the points. Ah, okay. Oh, you should bloody upgrade them then, shouldn't they? Expecting trains to go that slow. It's just ridiculous. I should write a letter of complaint. Dear Network Rail, sort the points out. Thank you. We've got 70 coming up around here. So keep the power in a bit, going uphill as well. And making our way back to Brighton. Yeah, we said last week, didn't we? I don't think there are many, if any, of these, the Trains in World routes that actually interconnect. So that, you know, duplicate routes that go to the same station. I don't think you've got the ability to do what you can with Train Sim Classic, with like importing lines and stuff. Not yet, anyway. So you could have joined two together if you had, you know, the ability. Right, 2.2 miles to Farmer. Yeah, I forgot how good a line this was. Initially it was like, oh, it's not very long, but it's actually quite nice. And say, I'm not normally a fan of electric trains as well, but the electric trains in Train Sim World are done a lot better than the electric trains in Train Sim Classic because of the audio. I think that's definitely the biggest takeoff. Obviously you got the AP stuff, but I still think these just sound so good straight out of the box. Farmer's quite busy when the football's on. But is there a football ground there then? I'm not a footballist. I wouldn't know such things. I'm a geek. I don't do football. Right, slowing down into Farmer. I was going to say something alternate to slowing down then, but that'd just be rude. That's a tunnel, and you can tell that by the way that it is. I'm getting horny in a tunnel. I ain't not for the first time. I really hope we get the channel in this. Sure, that's going to be quite easy to model, isn't it? How long is that going to take? It's a tunnel. Right, 400 yards to go to a farmer. Braking. More the braking. Yeah, it's 35 minutes to go on the car one. And stop. Oh yeah, it's busy here, look. Lots of the peoples. Lots of people knows. See, I like that jacket earlier when I saw that guy wearing it, but now everyone's wearing it. I'm not so keen anymore. I was thinking, yeah, I could wear something like that. No. Everyone's got one. You don't look like everybody else, do you? Molescombe is next. And then it should be what? St John's Road, is it? And then Brighton. And then we'll jump into 166. Yeah, definitely I'm liking this line. Can certainly recommend it. If you haven't got it yet for Train Sim World, it's very good. Alright, 55 limit in 1.5 miles, stop in 1.2. Do the slowing down thing. We get tonight back with some Forza Horizon 5 in multiplayer. I haven't done it for a while, so giving it a go. If it goes okay, then it's something that could be a regular back on the streams on a sort of Friday/Saturday night. And then tomorrow lunchtime, some farming sim, carrying on our multiplayer farm, and then more trains back next Wednesday on Train Sim Classic, doing some more trips on the Huddersfield line where we were this Wednesday. St John's Road is Isle of Wight. Well, yeah, okay, it was close. I was testing. Since I've been looking at the Isle of Wight stuff in preparation for the trip across there in February. And obviously it was in my thoughts. Braking. Ah, dude, most of the trains on the station. It's good enough, isn't it? And we'll get it all on. Yeah, most of it's on there. It's fine. No one's going to complain. If they do, we don't really care. I mean, yes, definitely we care. We definitely care about our passengers. 100% with the caring about the passengers. Not at all. Right, locking doors. Okay, Brighton. .5 miles. The end of the line. That's definitely. Have we got a two-tone? Oh, that's quite impressive. I'm impressed by that horn, which isn't something I say often. So we should end up merging then with the bit that comes in from the right, doesn't it? The one that goes up to London. On the London commuter. So there is this line that is in two things. And we've got a yellow coming up and a 30 coming up. So we'll do the braking, ready for the 30. So here's the thingy, London Road, or it's called, the London Boys, where we're not stopping. Straight through there, straight on to Brighton. So 30 across the bridgey viaduct thing. Never been to Brighton. Alright, single yellow, platform 5 is where we're going. That's a lot of lines. Got nice fish and chips. I've had fish and chips such a long time. Should really do that one weekend. Get them delivered. Because, you know, lazy. And we come into Brighton. Can't beat fish and chips walking along the seafront. It's very English, isn't it? Open bag of chips, just strolling along the seafront. And huddled in a shelter as if it's freezing and raining. I've sat in the car before now. I've gone somewhere, gone and got fish and chips and just gone back to the car and sat. And of course then what happens? The car steams up. So you just sat there in a car park in a seaside town, peeing down a rain, eating fish and chips. All the windows steam up. The car smells of fish for the next like 3 days. But, you know, stay out. I drove to Bournemouth once. Got down there and it was torrential rain. Literally got out of the car for like about 2 minutes. Got back in the car, sat looking at the rain, just turned around and drove home again. Right, so that was, we've done Brighton to the place and then the place back to Brighton. Now we will create our own scenario in the 166. So add a new service. We'll start at Brighton. And we will go to... We could go to New Haven. Or we can go to... We could do the reverse of what we just been. Where did we just start? Seaford. Or do we start at Seaford? No, we just done Brighton. No, we go the other way. We just did Seaford to... No, we've done Seaford, didn't we? So hang on, this the... if we go Brighton platform 6. Eastbourne. Yeah, so that's that one, isn't it? So we can either go down there to Seaford or it goes down there to Eastbourne. Okay, so let's do Eastbourne. But we won't stop at every station. So if we stop at... Let's go... So maybe we'll do London Road. We've stopped at Mousecombe. Let's stop at Farmer. And Berwick. Yeah, we just do 2 stops. So we'll take the 166 on a bit of a semi-fast service. And then we're going to take the 166 in GWR livery. And we'll go with a 3-car loaded 166. And we'll save and exit. And then we'll play it. There we go. So a semi-fast service then. Okay, master key unlocked. That in forward. Unlock doors. Oh God, that's loud. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Look at that. I like the Pacer, but I also really like the 166. Okay, that's ready to go. That's in forward. Yeah, well, I think we're good to go. All right, lock doors. Right, Farmer. So good. All right, turn the game volume down a little bit. Right, 3 miles to Farmer. Oh God, there's going to be some speeding going on. No, we're fine. We're fine. We just caught it a little bit fast, but we're okay. I just love the fact that it's smoking slightly. Not good for the environment, but hey. Right, so we've got 100 yards and we get the 55, 2.9 miles to where we got to stop. There's the 55, wait for the whole train to go through. There we go. I just love how slow this thing is. There you go, we stopped smoking now because it's got hot. That's so good. Alright, 70 limit. Not that that's really going to affect us.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pronounce this completely wrong, but Delicuso? Thanks so much for the follow. Welcome to the madness. It's just I know, you know, but that just looks so much better than that. Big nice windows to look out of. You don't want to be shoved in a little box, do you, in the 377 or 313? No train driver wants to drive a train from a cupboard. You can be sat here with a nice view. I've got it right. Blimey, that was luck more than anything else. Sometimes it's a bit of a challenge. Okay, we know this thing isn't great on braking, so I've got to be really careful how early I do the braking thing. Even though we're going uphill, it's going to take a little while, I think. Yeah, of course a GWR train would be down here. Yeah, it's not a problem. Yeah, so we've only got 3 stops on this 4-line run. So Farmer and 2 other ones. I can't remember, I wasn't paying attention. Lewis, Farmer, Lewis, and then the other one. This is a sound mod. It is a sound mod for the 166. As I've also put one in for the HST that I haven't heard yet. I'll hear that for the first time next week when we do Great Western Express. Crispy? Into Farmer we come. Nope, not saying it. We just returned from a subway. As in the footpath that goes under a road. The long bread things. Now, no one's going to get this far on YouTube. Did you have an enjoyable 6 inches, Crispy? Unlock left. Oh, you had 12 inches. Wow. Foot long. They cut it in half though, didn't they? Every time I've had a foot long, they cut it in half, which sort of ruins the experience for me. It's like, well, I've got 2 of the 6-inch ones now. I wanted one of the big ones. It's like, no. Give me the whole thing. You can get foot-long hot dogs, can't you? I think I might be one for the Christmas market when we in York. I think we'll have to have one of those big, because they normally have the bratwurst stalls and stuff. I think one of those is going to have to be a thing. Locking doors. Right, 11 miles to Berwick. Oh, it's Berwick we're stopping at. I wasn't paying attention. How's my day going? Going good. Baguettes. You know, those things, the Subway things. Yeah, first 2 streams today. Back tonight with some multiplayer Forza Horizon 5. First time in a few months. Probably more than a few months that we've done that. And then tomorrow afternoon, back on our farm in the Farm Sim 22s. What type of bread? The Italian thing. I don't know, I haven't had one for like 4 years. And then I used to have one of my employees used to go and get it. It was a Friday thing. They knew what I liked and they just went off. Came back and they brought me Subway. I paid for it, but you know, they went and got it because, you know, why else would you not have employees? It appears to be dark. It's quite dark and tunnely. This is where you forget how slow the 166 is at accelerating. We are flat out. I have yanked it all the way back. So yes, we've done a full line run in the 313. We've done a return trip in the 377. Now we're doing a full line run in the 166, which is something we've done on all of these, taking the wrong train on the route. This doesn't feel too out of place, a bit like we didn't last week on the Cathcart Circle line. But when we start to get some of the German ones, this is certainly going to feel really out of place. And it did look slightly odd in America. Yeah, I don't think you can get the sound mods for the Xbox. I need to do this on console, actually. I did Train Sim World 2 on console. I really need to do the 3rd one. So I might have to do that over the coming weeks. You have to be on the PC. It's a good thing that I am then, really, isn't it? And we had a trial run last night after the stream at Cards Against Humanity. So we're going to be doing that in a couple of weeks' time. So it'll be a slightly later stream than normal because we got the meetup during the day. So it'll be a later start, but that's going to be interesting is the word. Yeah, it is. I actually quite like this sound mod. So I haven't heard I got the one for the HST as well. I haven't heard that yet. So when we do Great Western Express, which I think is going to be next week, because I'm doing these in alphabetical order, then I'll hear the HST for the first time. So we'll definitely do the HST out of Paddington. And then we won't use the 166. I'll use one of the German trains instead, because, you know, the wrong train. What? No, it's the one I used on the video's just come up on YouTube recently, where I used the wrong train on the Isle of Wight. I'll use that one again. Blimey, crispy. That's awesome news, actually. All those things you can do now without fear. Right, so we've got 7.5 miles to go to Berwick, not the upon Tweed one. Yeah, it's just been a thing I've done, isn't it? It's just used the wrong train on the route. I will use the 166 going forward, as I have done, but on the route where the 166 is the train you're supposed to use, I'll use something else. That's quite bendy. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, I should be going a lot slower into there, shouldn't I? Oops. Doing 50 where I should be doing 10. Oh, it's fine. We survived. The 166 is still running anywhere. So I don't think I've ever been on a 166 either. Perhaps there's so many things I need to do. I'm guessing they're still running. Oh, that does sound good from in the cab. This is Train Sim World 3. Yeah, it'd be good actually if they could do that. So a creators club for audio. I still prefer Train Sim Classic, only because of the length of routes and the variety that there is out there. But I really do like Train Sim World 3. Graphically, it's brilliant. Audio's brilliant. The routes are really good that we've got for them. But yeah, top for me is definitely Train Sim Classic. I will be doing this Christmas, by the way, my annual long trip in a Pacer. First year we did it, it was London to Penzance, which was 8 hours, I think. Then we did Edinburgh to London. Last year we did Penzance to London, not stopping at every stop. And this year we're doing London to Edinburgh, not stopping at every stop. So I think that's going to be sort of 6 to 7 hours. So that'll be one stream, whole journey, at some time between Christmas and New Year. 166 is a Bristol and Exeter. I might have been on the 166 then, because I did last one I went on a train was Bristol down to Breen. So that might have been a 166, and I wasn't paying attention. There won't be OMSI, no. Not a hope in hell. The bus company is still there. I'm the only person in it. But the bus company is still there. That was probably 5 years ago. I only just started doing this then, so I didn't have as much interest in trains as I do now. I won't even know what trains I'm getting on going to York in, what, 7 weeks' time, whatever it is. Yeah, it's probably it's probably 5 years ago last time I went on a train. Which is nothing compared to the last time I went on a bus. When was that? Last time I went on a bus was 14 years ago? I think it might have been 14 years ago. Yeah, I don't know. I will be sharing pictures in Discord that day of whatever trains. Yeah, I'm guessing so. King's Cross to York. What I'm going to plan on doing is I want to recreate the journey. So probably the week before and the week after, maybe, I'm going to recreate the journey. So 1 week I'm going to do the Swindon to Paddington, if I can, and then the next week, so on the Wednesday, I'll do the London to York, because that's 2 hours. Right, 3 miles from Berwick. Yeah, if you're new to the streams, then welcome. Streaming Train Sim World 3 every Saturday lunchtime. Train Sim Classic on a Wednesday night. Tonight, back with some Forza Horizon 5 in multiplayer. And tomorrow lunchtime, we've got some farming. And then back on Tuesday with some construction sim in MP. Wednesday, Train Sim Classic. Thursday, farming. Next Friday is going to be some Transport Tycoon. Next Saturday lunchtime, more of this. Next Saturday night, possibly some trucking, depending on what SCS announced this week. We could be doing some ETS2. Why not an extended stream with both? What, do Swindon to Paddington? Yeah, that's going to be a while though. I'll split it into two. Actually, I might do it. I might do them both after the. I might do them both after the meetup, because I'll then know what trains I've used. Potentially, possibly, so I can use, if I can, the same train that I went on. So maybe the 2 weeks after the meetup, I'll recreate the journey that I did. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, but that's over Christmas, isn't it? So I'm not working, nothing else to do with my time, whereas the ones leading up to that will be in an evening. Right, a mile to go to Berwick. Going to York, it'll be in Azuma. Okay. I don't know, as long as I've got a seat, I don't really care. Seats reserved. So there's that panic of finding the right carriage, then finding the right seat, and hopefully no one's sat in it. I think I'll be fine on the one from Swindon, because it's the 6:10 in the morning on a Saturday train. I don't think that's going to be busy. I think it leaves London at 8 AM, so that might be a bit busier. So it gives me an hour, or about 50 minutes to get between Paddington and King's Cross, which is plenty of time. Right, and we come into Berwick. Right, unlocking doors. That's why it's always best to look at what you've just typed before you press the go button, because otherwise autocorrect will make you look like a banana. See, it actually suits this line, doesn't it? It doesn't look out of place here. So it is using the wrong train for this line, but it looks fine. Looking like a banana is a bad thing. But I mean, looking like any sort of fruit isn't really ideal, is it? Looking at what you typed is so yesterday. Locking doors. Right, Eastbourne, end of the line, 7.1 miles. Yeah, we got a 90 limit now. Ain't going to do that, is it? That ain't going to happen. I do like the sound of this. It's not as good as a pacer would sound, obviously, but it is good. Yeah, I think your only other choice, Crispy, would have been getting across to the East Coast main line rather than going all the way down, all the way back out again. Because you'd go into Euston, wouldn't you? And then you'd have to come back out. It just seems pretty pointless having to go south all the way into London and then north again back out of London. Yeah, I should be leaving the house about 5:30. Drive to the station, park up, and I should get home again. If everything's on time, I should be home for probably just before 10 p.m. It's not a bad day. Very long one, but not bad. I was going to drive originally. But then cost of fuel against cost of train, it was pretty much neck and neck. So I thought, well, why go for the hassle of driving? Well, I can just sit on a train and chill and look out the window and listen to podcasts. I've driven 100 miles in a 166. Yeah, it's a shame you couldn't broach the subject, Crispy, because it would be, I think you'd have enjoyed the whole I know you've been to York, haven't you? But the whole trains thing. Right, Eastbourne, 4 miles. Yeah, the meet up in February I'll be driving. And then one in May as well. The what furthest north is. I've been by train. I'm a bit speeding. I'm definitely a bit speeding. There's a lot of speeding going on. The furthest north I've been by train. Nottingham. Yeah, I think Nottingham's the furthest I've been by train. That was some speeding. See, you could have been our tour guide, Crispy. Yeah, I'm sure Nottingham's the furthest north I've been by train. Furthest south is probably Paynton. I've been to Paynton. That's the furthest south I've been. Right, 3.3 miles to Eastbourne. Train just doesn't look out of place here, does it? It's like, yeah, it's 166. It's absolutely fine. Although the 313 and the 377 did accelerate a bit quicker than this. Just a little bit. Furthest north is Edinburgh, or by train. Yeah, furthest north I've been in this country is Stanley, just north of Perth. Furthest south is Land's End. Well, the bit that's actually south of Land's End. Can't remember what it's called, but there's a bit that's actually further south than Land's End. A bit further along than Land's End. Even when you stand at the bit at Land's End, when you think you're at the Lizard, that's it. You think you're at the bit the furthest south west on mainland UK. There's a bit more further southwest than you. It's like, I feel cheated. Yeah, I still think it's a con at Land's End because you drive into the car park and there's a booth. You've got to go in and turn around and come back out again. We don't want to pay, and there's nowhere around there you can park. So they've got you. It's a bit touristy as well. So the Lizard's much nicer. Alright, 1.4 miles to Eastbourne. We'll have a quick look after this and see what scenarios are up. We'll see if there's a little freighty one or something we can do before we end. But yeah, really nice line for what initially I thought is quite short. Not, you know, crispy short, but, you know, short. It's actually really good. All right, half a mile. Let's do some braking. Double yellow. Yeah, it's a really nice line. So Great Western Express, I think, is next alphabetically. So that'll be next Saturday. Cathcart Circle Line was last week. Right, so your single yellow, and then the red's going to be at the end of the platform, I'm guessing. Platform 3. Next train to arrive at platform 3 is the delayed 12:33 service going to nowhere. This train terminates here. Never been to Eastbourne either. Right, braking. Penzance, further south you've been. It's not far from Land's End. I like Penzance, really nice place. I've never been down there by train again, so that's one of those iconic journeys. There you go, our 166 has made it. So yeah, we just pile up those sleepers there then, don't worry about them. I'm guessing that used to be a third track where they park a train, which sort of makes sense, doesn't it? Leave it in the middle until they go, nah, I don't need that anymore. Rip it up, leave the sleepers there. Well, the fact that the sleepers have actually see the markings where the rails have actually been attached to them, that is quite cool. There's little bits of detail like that I absolutely love. Oh, to run the loco around. Oh, okay. And there we go, 35 minutes. Done. Okay, so that's the wrong train used. Now let's have a look and see if there's a scenario we can do. Loose connection. That's 377. There's that one. There's nothing really. Yeah, cheers, Damien. Yeah, it's just all, it's all passenger stuff, isn't it? So what's the point of giving all that stuff? Unless I go, hang on, let's go to timetable then. East Coastway, timetable, 313. Let's go and jump in the 31. Vintage Rail Tour. Operate East Coastway portion of a rail tour passing through the area. Do a bit of that. Let's do a bit of this. Won't do it all, maybe. We'll do a bit of it. Proper old school, look at that. That's definitely smoky. Everyone's getting off though. It's like, oh god, they put that Steve in the cab. Quick, I'm out of here. Right, Berwick. Oh god, my light's red. Hang on. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that. I was just testing. I was thinking, why is that train coming around there? Surely I should be going. I know, I was just testing you all to make sure you're paying attention. Honest. I now can't see the red. It's like it's behind the thing. Hello, how you doing? Are you slightly scared now? You think I was going to run that red? Is it a bloke? But we you know, we can't assume. We're not allowed to assume the person. The person there was slightly concerned. That's obviously going to work, changing the thing. I heard it click. That's quite cool. I went on the lights. Yeah, definitely done the lights. Still needs lights on anyway. Come on in. There we go. Remember where the lights were. Yeah, you don't need the lights. No, it's cab lights. We don't need lights, it's fine. Middle switch, top row. That was route indicator lights. Was that those? Oh yeah, those things. Yeah, is this your first one of these, Richard? You know I don't do things correctly. Right, so we'll take this far as Berwick. What is the... go via Berwick, stop at Eastbourne. Oh, that's it, is it? Okay. Literally flat out doing 34. Oh, I gave up hope years ago. So at least you can see out of this. Look, nice, nice lot of windows around. It's quite pleasant. They're called peds for a reason, slow as mopeds. Yeah, it's definitely, it's not rapid. Well, I suppose for freight you don't really want the speed, do you? You want the reliability and the ability to haul a lot of weight. But, you know, getting to track speed at some point would be quite nice. Easy from my point of view, because I've just wanged the throttle all the way and just sitting back and watching the view. Right, 5.2 miles to Berwick. So although we're not supposed to, we will stop at Berwick and then we'll end there. Yeah, what a great route this is. Well, providing, of course, we can stop there. Oh god, we're going downhill now. This could get dangerous. What do you think, Crispy? No, I will do some this afternoon. I had a 12 gig update to Forza that I installed this morning. We got Loco at the back as well. Why was this bloody ugly thing sat at the back? Why would you do that? And it's running as well.
Oh, yeah.
Surely we didn't need that as well. Football South. We'll forgive you. Thanks for the follow. Alright, 3 miles to Berwick. Exactly, that thing slowed me down, dragging that along. Oh, is that an actual thing? So they put one of those back just in case the thing at the front breaks down. Oh, well, there you go. So they can push from the back if need be. That that shows all confidence in the loco pulling it. See, that proves that Crispy's more geeky than me. He's definitely a train nerd. Well, you must be, because you knew that. I didn't know that. That means you are now officially a train spotter. I think a name change is needed. Yeah, that old excuse. You've seen a few steamies. See, he calls them steamies as well. See, definitely train nerd. There's a red in 1.1 miles. Oh, now we got a yellow. So where are we going? Stop at Eastbourne. This does sound good. Yeah, we can't talk about your search history though, Crispy. This isn't, you know, a PG stream. Right, so it's a 1 degree downhill gradient and we're still struggling to get above 50. Yeah, there's another site that ends in hub. Train hub, obviously. Obviously. I'm not sure if that's an actual thing. See, now, this is the bit I don't understand, okay? This could be me. Although, no, actually, I've just thought. I was just about to say, I get the thing being pulled by a steam train there's a fascination for that. So I get that. I was about to say, I don't get why you'd have an interest in being pulled by an old loco when you're sat in a carriage at the back. But then I suppose if the carriages match the train, so they're older carriages, then that's part of it. Because I can just about remember going on carriages with the corridor in. and the ones where you didn't have the corridor but you had doors to each little compartment. So I'm guessing going on those would be all part of the thing. So yeah, I do sort of get that. Yeah, I do remember going in those compartments and like trying to find the compartment with no one else in it. It's actually stopping better than I thought it would. Oh, we got a yellow, you scumbag. Was talking rather randomly. Was talking to someone at work the other day about cars. Actually mentioning I'm going to the motor museum, and I said I remember my old man had a estate car when I was growing up, and to go on the holiday I would be sat in the estate bit, cushion on the floor, sat in the estate bit, either looking backwards or like looking sideways with all the bags and cases shoved around me. You couldn't do that now. But that was the norm. It's like, in you get. It was just, yeah, stick a cushion on the floor. You'll be fine. Right, so 4 miles to Eastbourne. We will make our way to Eastbourne before we end. Yeah, no, not with an actual seat in the back. This was without a seat in the back. This is just an estate. I think it was a Hillman, might have been a Hillman Minx estate. But yeah, there was no seats. It was just the estate floor. You just sat on that. But yeah, I know the 504s had the pop-up seats and old Volvos. Yeah, the thing is, they couldn't do the compartments now because it takes up too much room in the train, doesn't it? It's the amount of space those compartments and the areas took up in a carriage. And yeah, I remember travelling with a kid sat on my lap. Oh, now the speed limit increases again. Thank you. Yeah, kids sat on my lap. Alright, 3.2 miles to Eastbourne. A 55 coming up. So we will end when we get to here. Have a glance to see what's coming up next week, which I think is going to be Great Western Express. And hopefully we don't get reds. It was my niece's children. So my great nieces and nephews. It does make more sense. I do remember going out, I think it might be my neighbour's car. She had a Mini, and I'm sure there were like 4 or 5 of us wedged in the back of this Mini when I was younger as well. It was just like, yeah, in you get. Right, 1.9 miles till we arrive at Eastbourne. Yeah, quite like this. Taking a bit of an old train on the line. Got a yellow coming up. Not sure what that squeaking is I can hear. Well, there's something in here. I'd almost think it was a wiper, but it's not. It's part of the charm. What, the squeaking? Alright, single yellow. So it applies some brake. Because we got a red. It's a gerbil. Gerbil tea. Even those bits of audio, they've done such a good job. And of course we get a red. Come on. Oh, it's all the little bits of detail that they've done in this is just so good. You can't not like it. I just wish that there were longer lines. That's my one wish. Because imagine doing a couple of hour route in this. I don't think you want much more than that. A couple of hours would just be immense. Because that's most people would, if they're going to do a longer route, a couple of hours is where you would be, wouldn't it? I just don't know what the limitations are. What flavour is it? Denied. Wait for signal to change. Yeah, 3 hours, you reckon? I just wait. And, I love Train Sim Classic for the ability to do long journeys. I say we'll be doing a 7 or 8 hour trip at Christmas. An hour and a bit is sort of the longest we get in this. It would just be so nice if it was just a little bit. Well, say a little bit, twice as long. I don't know what we're waiting for. Station's only over there. You can get out and walk. We just open the doors, let everybody out. Yeah, if you just walk down, it'll be fine. Ah, I see a train. That's what we're waiting for. I'm guessing it's crossing in front of us, is it? Is it going down? There we go. Platform 2. Even that audio of the control gear moving. There we go. Have to wait for the brakes to release. There's just something about this old diesel stuff. Right then, into Eastbourne we come. The end of the line. The end of the stream. But have no fear, we will be back in 4 hours. I don't mind if a coach is on the back. Looks fine. I suppose you're used to seeing it with freight stuff. Looks alright. And then we come to Eastbourne. Alright, I just picked this one. Okay, we'll stop here then. I want to see if I can... Let me just go and try and do a thing. Oh, see, we haven't got the... I was hoping it was going to be a one with a corridor in. Even that sounds good though, doesn't it? It's a mix. Doesn't appear to be so far. Nope. Oh, damn it. It looks suspiciously clean. It does. There we go then. We will end there. An awesome look at the East Coastway. Next time is going to be Great Western Express. Doing them in alphabetical order. And then the Harlem line, Hamburg to Lübeck, Munich to Augsburg, and then all the way down through the rest of them. So that's going to be next Saturday. The next stream, though, is back in about 4 hours' time, where we got some multiplayer Forza Horizon 5 going on, and tomorrow afternoon some MP farming on our farm. So, and more trains back on Wednesday night, Train Sim Classic on the Huddersfield line again. Thanks to you lot in chat then for keeping me company for the last, well, pretty much nearly 3 hours. And to this lot as well. To Crispy, Larwood and Nightbot, thank you for doing nothing at all. To Football South, Delhi, I am Mr. Travis, that person, for following. And to Mafe for resubscribing. Thank you very, very much indeed. I will be back then with a couple of idiots in about 4 hours' time to do some of the racing thing. Until then, if you have been, thanks very, very much for watching.